Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome to Reech Capital's first ever live stream. We are going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a bunch of other altcoins today. And yeah, welcome. And happy to have anybody here who's watching ask me questions or yeah, just feel free to observe and let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on actually. We are on the Bitcoin chart right now on the 1 hour actually. Let me go into the daily chart, see what Bitcoin is trying to do with all the major volatility the past week, past 10 days or so, with all the tariffs and the major market manipulations going on. Crypto has relatively been pretty okay, especially Bitcoin. I wouldn't say the same for altcoins. Um, it's looking pretty decent, not bad at all. Bitcoin, even though a lot of people are bearish in and the fear and greed index is, let's see where the fear and greed index is at right now. Fear and greed index is at 29, which is slightly better than what it was last week, but we are still very much within the space of fear, and you don't have anybody to tell you what the markets do to people when it starts manipulating it, these kind of price moves of like 10 to $15,000 in a day, in a candle actually. So yeah, let's get right to it and see where Bitcoin wants to be at, where it wants to go, what's going on. All of it we're going to be talking about. Some quicker, higher time frame analysis on BTC, and then let's go down to the lower time frames. And then let's look into some altcoins as well. But in the meantime, I am actually just interested in looking at Bitcoin because I was actually waiting to do the stream today because it's been a long time since Bitcoin has been kind of trading within this upper trend line, and it's kind of wanting to break out of it, finding it a bit difficult, and that's pretty obvious because the market still wants to go a bit lower to catch some more lower prices, especially if we look at the Fibonacci retracement. Um, we did tap into the golden pocket. We did tap into it, and so we got a small bounce of about 14-15%. So yeah, let's see. It's actually attempting to break out right now, and let's just continue to see what it does today. And today's daily close will definitely be very, very useful. And I had done a quick breakdown of BTC on the higher time frame. Let me just pull this up. Great. So what we have here is BTC is trading inside a range, as I have put together in this particular chart. if you can see, we are trading within this range right here, which is a range of about $88,000 and $74,000, which is quite a big range, no doubt. It is a huge range, as a matter of fact. It's a range of about, what is that? About $18,000 range. It's a huge $12,000 range, as a matter of fact. Sorry, I was mistaken with that. It's a $12,000 range. So, what are we expecting right now is we are expecting the price to tap into the supply zone that is right here between 87 and 88,000, $89,000, right? So once we tap into this, what I'm expecting BTC to do is provide some sort of fake out, I would say, some kind of fake move into the upside, bring in some euphoria into the retail traders, catch some liquidity, sweep this liquidity, actually sweep it, kind of move around in the supply zone, balance out some prices, and then we kind of fall back into this range, which is highly likely to happen. And I'm almost certain that that's going to happen, but absolutely keep more room for improvisation rather than a certainty in the market conditions of BTC, especially knowing BTC all these years. This is what it kind of tends to do. It tends to kind of trap traders by showing a fake breakout above these zones and then kind of drop back into the range until we actually get a really big sweep. We haven't yet received a kind of major sweep what we're trying to look for. For example, if we look back into the history of BTC last year in July, all the way from July to about August, this is what is called as a swing failure pattern. See this? This is a liquidity sweep. So all the stops that were sitting below this level, this was pretty much the local bottom of last year before this huge move up, right? So all of the stop loss, all this liquidity right here kind of got swept, and then we retested the zone, and this was a huge move, right? So if we are talking about something similar to that, we can see BTC form some kind of sweeping formations right here as well. But I would say that this isn't enough for the market to satisfy its fair value. The market is looking to find a fair value right here. This, I would say, is the fair value. This zone, essentially where we just tapped into, is what I would call the fair value zone. But of course, after the market starts ranging within a fair value area, we tend to see a sweep like this, a huge sell off, a sweep, and then some impulse move to the upside, right? So that is super important. For example, something similar happened here as well, where the market ended up kind of showing some bearish momentum, right? And then we had this huge impulse up. We broke this high, swept the liquidity, and then we ended up kind of just sending it all the way back down to the high of the bear flag breakout, right? So this is what I would consider as the fair value zone. this particular place where we have taken support out of right now and started to push slightly above into the upper trend line, which is where we are getting rejected right now. If you are looking at it, it's funny because BTC almost always does this when it comes to upper trend line formations. BTC is always doing this every single time. BTC, not, I wouldn't say every single time, I would say about 85% of the time, where BTC tends to kind of tap into these trend lines and kind of force its way back down. That's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. This is the seventh, let's say six, excluding the first tap. We wouldn't include the first tap. So about six attempts to break out of this trend line, right? So we just attempted to break this trend line right here, right? We are attempting to break this trend line, but it doesn't look like it's happening. That's because at the moment the market is uncertain. So we are not really looking super bullish, and the volume isn't that bullish too. We are absolutely well within a range where the market is trying to just find liquidity all over the place. The market is trying to find liquidity to the upside. The market is trying to find liquidity to the downside as well. So let's just observe and see what's happening right now. Let's go down to a lower time frame. See what it's trying to do. Yeah, that's exactly what BTC is trying to do right now. BTC is just trying to play around with the market. All the people who bought into this are now finding it difficult to stay in their position, so they are exiting pretty much. And the BTC is trying to kind of come into this liquidity zone, trying to sweep that part of the liquidity right here, and then it's probably going to go back up. But let's see. We still don't know what it's going to do. So let's just wait and watch, observe what it's going to do. Wow, will you look at that? That is what I call as a fake out. Whoa, that is crazy. Whoa, that is really crazy. So let's just wait and see what happens. There might be a potential opportunity on BTC right here. Might be looking for a short opportunity on BTC. Let's see if something develops. I really think that we do have an opportunity right here to take a potential short position because BTC is starting to show some really heavy bearish momentum to the downside. But this is almost always the case during this New York Open, and BTC always tends to fake everybody out, cause panic in the sellers, and pretty much sweep liquidity on both sides and trap traders, and it's a messy game, man. Honestly, it's extremely messy. In the past 2 weeks, BTC has been trading really messy during the New York Open. But of course, we can find a clear cut trade right here. Let's see what we can find. I am gonna pull up the VWAP. Okay, these two indicators are the supply and demand by Lux Algo and the rolling VWAP. Get rid of all of this. It's Ethereum doing. Ethereum looks alright. ETC does not look alright. ETC is super bearish right now. What is going on? What is happening? Damn. Hey, let's see. What do we have here? I think we can find a good move on get rid of this and let me actually pull up the RSI. It's also another indicator I like to use, especially when it comes to these extremely volatile situations. Cool. Let me see if I can find a potential setup on BTC. Yeah, we do have some bearish scenarios that we can look for. Something like this, what I would be interested in. Yeah, let's see if we can find a good position. Honestly, Ethereum is also available for a short. We have a huge breakdown on the lower on the 1 minute time frame. It's 22 points. Um, yeah, let's see if we can find something for Ethereum. Honestly, I don't think we're looking at any longs right now. Going to be looking for some potential short entries right here for Ethereum, and as well as Bitcoin. Okay. I'd find something like this on Ethereum. Gladly take this trade any day, any time of the week, day or night. This is a trade I would take, or it is showing potential bearish momentum. And let's see if we are able to find a potential setup right here. Fart coin. I was actually trading fart coin yesterday. It's been doing well. It's been doing really well for scalping, mind you. Really awesome token for scalping in this market scenario and this market condition. Fart coin is a great token to scalp. Look at these moves. These are some lovely scalps right here. 4%. I mean, just today morning we had a lovely breakout at about 4 o'clock, actually 4 p.m. Eastern, yeah, Indian Standard Time. Look at that, that's a 10% move. And, we actually had a really good opportunity at London Open. I took this trade in the morning, like 4%, and then I ended up kind of taking profits somewhere here. Yeah, looks pretty good actually right about now. Even Fartcoin has been pumping for quite some time now. Super bullish Fartcoin. Look at this trend right here. What a trend. That's a trend of about 100% in a span of 6 days, 5 days. Damn. Huge momentum on Fartcoin. What can we expect on Fartcoin? Let me tell you. Some simple things we can expect on Fartcoin is until and unless we have a break of this value, which is 0.7815. That's the only time we can look for some potential short opportunities. Until then, honestly, I'm not going to be looking for anything on Fartcoin because it's hyper bullish right now. It's happening to BTC. Whoa, we are achieving a breakdown right now on Ethereum and BTC. Cool. I might take this trade right here. This does look like a lovely trade on Ethereum. All right, I have entered into a position on Ethereum right here, and my TP would be, let me set my targets real quick. Before I do that, let me see if there are any potential entries on BTC. Absolutely, there is an entry on BTC as well. Let's do one thing. Since BTC hasn't broken down from this today morning, this trend line from this morning actually, I'd prefer to wait for breakdown of this trend line right here to take a shot on BTC. Whereas Ethereum, we are looking pretty good. So this would be TP1. This would be TP2. I am in this position right now on the Ethereum. We have a very small stop loss, super small risk, and a reward of about 3.5 hour. And yeah, let's see what happens. Of course, I'd be really happy if BTC breaks down from this trend line right here. We do not want to see BTC take support on this. I would really like BTC to break down from this trend line right here and this trend line. BTC is doing. BTC is doing its own thing. Ethereum looking slightly more bearish than BTC, even though Ethereum has pumped up quite a bit today. It's a 5% move. All right, this is what I'm talking about. Lovely. What a beautiful move on Ethereum. TP1 has been hit, and TP2 is gonna be hit very soon. What a beautiful move on Ethereum. That it was just in one candle the TP has been hit. Lovely. I'm gonna start trailing my stop loss now to TP1, and just gonna wait to see if TP2 gets hit, and then I'll be done for this trade. A lovely 3.5 hour trade. That was such a simple trade, actually. Really simple. Lovely trend line break, retest, and an impulse move all the way to TP1. And it looks like TP2 is going to get hit very soon. All right, looks like we are about to hit TP2. I am completely risk off on this trade. Well, I have moved my stop loss to TP1 right now, so completely risk off. But it looks like we are going to hit TP2 very soon. Let's see what happens. Lovely trade on Ethereum. Just taken a couple of minutes ago. It's probably been about 10 minutes since I took this trade. Lovely reaction on Ethereum. Let's see how it plays out. Very close to TP. Full TP. All right, looks like we are going to be stopped out because I have placed my trailing stop at TP1. Almost. Hopefully, we reject from this level and come back down. Almost. We were so close to full TP. About 3 points from full TP. But that's not a problem at all. We are in profit anyways. We just made a cool 21 point move, 1 and 1.3% move on Ethereum. Lovely move. Yo, what's up, Mr. Akilande? How's it going? BTTC. I haven't seen BTTC in a long time. I'll look into BTTC once this trade finishes. It's a live trade on Ethereum. Quick scalp, waiting to see what happens. I haven't been trading Bonk actually. I removed it from my watch list. I just have I added some new stuff to the watch list. Fartcoin has been doing well actually. I spoke about it in the live stream probably like half an hour ago. Been trading well. Popcat has also been trading well. Pengu is also another nice altcoin. I'm going to talk about altcoins once I finish with this trade. Let this trade play out. Let's see how it goes. Once I'm done with this trade, I'll do some quick altcoins. I'll look into BTTC as well. I think we're gonna hit full TP on Ethereum very soon. Yes, I am holding a position. This entire trade was taken live. If you rewind the stream, you can see this trade. I took it live on the stream. I'm going to be doing these live streams every day, Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Basically, the New York Open. We are in profit right now. We are in full profit almost. We have just a little bit to go to full profit. This was the entry at 1652 was our entry. Right here was our entry. Almost hitting full TP on Ethereum. Lovely trade on the first live stream. Gonna be doing this every day, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Quick scalps on BTC or Ethereum or some altcoins. Let's see. Whatever opportunity presents itself for that particular day. Today was Ethereum. Lovely, simple trade actually. Took this trade live on the stream. It's Reech Capital now. You gotta turn up your volume, I think, on your phone. Ethereum pushing towards full TP. Sounds good. Looking awesome actually. Bro, what's the macro vibe with Trump Tale? Yeah, man, I haven't really traded Trump in a long time. Oh, cool. Ethereum has hit full TP. Superb. All right, there we go. Ethereum has hit full TP. And I'm actually not trying to bring in picture into the screen. Not trying to, just gonna be audio and the chart. And just play some music in between trades in the background. Pretty much all my unreleased music playing in the background when I'm waiting for the trade to complete itself. Let's look at Trump coin. What's happening with Trump token? Yeah, man. Nothing too great on Trump. Damn. Yeah, man. Trump not looking good at all. Trump has a long way to go to Damn, Trump has a really long way to go actually. If I go into the daily chart, I don't have space to scroll out only. Hold on. Whoa, damn. This is a proper pump and dump. Trump token. Nice. Yeah, there's no point in trading Trump. It's just super volatile. Can take some shots on Trump though. Definitely can take some shots on Trump. I'm not really looking at trading Trump. Sweat coin. Sweat coin. Oh, it's been trading for a long time. Nice. 2022. Yeah. These are all some crazy pump and dump tokens. Look at this move. That's a 240% move in a span of 1 month, 2 months. Yeah, until sweat breaks this trend line, it's gonna keep doing this. If it breaks it, then can expect a big move back to this 1 cent marker, which is also pretty unlikely. Potentially, yeah, you could expect these prices of like 0.009 all the way up to 1 cent. These prices are possible. Could get a move like this. But we need to break this trend line first. That is the most important thing. If we don't break this trend line, then we are not looking at any possible bullish scenario. When the RSI has a lot of bearish pressure. Only once we break through all these zones. It's it's forming a new low altogether. This is like a new low. Basically, it has never seen this price before. All this is when a token is in price discovery, there's no way to tell where it's going to go. That is the unfortunate situation with these kind of tokens. Let's look at BTTC actually. um, BitTorrent coin. Damn. 600%. I think that was it for BTTC. This much, and even this move right here, it's pretty much that's it. Spamming, man. Don't be spamming out here, bro. Let's talk about something cool. Let's talk about some chart analysis. BTTC. I mean, all funky tokens. Nasdaq. The only way for it to be bullish is if it breaks through this trend line. It's still bearish until proven otherwise. What is DJI? I don't know what DJI is. Oh, the Dow Jones. All right. Yeah, it's the same, similar to the Nasdaq. I thought DJI was some crypto token or something. Yeah, it's the same as Nasdaq. Everything is bearish right now. Nothing bullish about the market, except for that pump that happened once Trump put out that news of 90-day pause on tariffs. This funky 10% pump. Yeah. Same thing happened with BTC. BTC moved about 15% from that low. Pretty much let's just kind of stay with BTC right now. I want to kind of stick to the Bitcoin chart right now and see what happens, because we are looking kind of bearish on BTC. Might find and look for some Scalps on BTC or on Ethereum. Let's see. What a lovely trade on Ethereum. This trade was completed. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh. I'd look for some shots on Ethereum on BTC to this level. Let's see how it plays out. Trading below the VWAP. Ethereum. Ethereum also looks like we could get a nice trade out here. Let's see. We still have a long way to go to this. Not sure we might even, not sure if we get this move up to this entry. Be a lovely entry actually. Let's wait and see what happens. Don't think we're gonna get this trade on BTC. Really super bearish. Might just take the Fibonacci from right here actually. That would be a crazy 4.8 hour trade from here if we get this reaction. We break this trend, small mini trend formation on the 1 minute. Might look to short BTC. The very small risk. Yeah, man. I don't know what happened to him. Mr. Wall Street Pete. One of the OG live stream. I think he just does YouTube shorts nowadays. Not sure. Crypto and crypto. Yeah, look at that. We're getting a good reaction on this fib level. Nice. Let's see what Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum is not looking good at all. Ethereum is looking very bad. Whoa. Big moves on Ethereum. Huge gap right here. I don't think Ethereum is going to go up from this gap. We're going to come down here itself. Crazy. That's a crazy target on Ethereum. Looking to target these lows. That's a 3% move from you. 3.5%, 4% almost. Ethereum has already extended itself quite heavily. So let's see what BTC does. It's all up to BTC always. Look at Ohm, man. Ohm token. What's Ohm? Yesterday's Ohm token crash was wild. Still going down. Damn. That's intense. Holy. What is going on? Damn, damn, damn. This is something that cannot be recovered from. Whoa. Ohm token. My goodness. Going down even further. My goodness. Damn. Look at this candle on the 1 hour. Oh. This is exactly like the Luna crash. Pretty much the same dynamics of the Luna crash. No difference. The only difference during the Luna crash was there was extreme panic, and with the Luna crash, Bitcoin was crashing majorly as well because they were selling a lot of Bitcoin to cover the positions on Luna, which didn't really happen as much yesterday. Even though BTC ended up kind of coming down a bit, it recovered whatever it kind of came down from. Nothing really major on BTC. Yeah, even USDT had started depegging during the Luna crash. That was wild. That was some crazy stuff. This is just some weird, I don't know, some weird liquidation event happening because it was in the top 30 uh, crypto tokens. Damn, look at this. This is just something else. Crazy. $488 market cap. Damn. Nicola. What is Nicola? Nicola Corporation. man. It's also too bearish. Extremely bearish. Way too bearish. Going down even further. With no end in sight. Literally no end in sight. I don't trade all these kind of things, man. You need to have some good volume to trade with all these stocks, and waste of time trading all these things. See if we are gonna get a good potential trade opportunity on BTC. At the moment, I'm not looking for any position. I don't have any trade open on BTC. We'll be looking for a trade once we break this trend line right here. That's funny. Bucky had made some major purchases on. He used to trade EOS token. Actually, I had it on my watch list. EOS had traded really well last week. Some major price action on EOS. Bucky made some big monies on EOS, and he exited the market. Crazy. Yeah, EOS is a solid token. Good moves on EOS overall in almost all the markets from the 2021 bear market. It's been trading really well. Of course, it has its ups and downs, major ups and downs. Hey, you don't spam out here, bro. The bot will remove you. The bot will ban all spamming content. Yeah, nice. EOS. It's actually EOS is a very good token for people who are looking for long-term crypto investment potential opportunities. EOS is a really good token actually. Trades well, solid moves, intraday moves, long-term move. Look at that, 100% since 11th March. That's just 1 month. In 1 month, EOS has moved 100%. That is just insane. Look at that. What a move. Crazy move on EOS actually. Will definitely be watching EOS. Like to keep EOS on the watch list 100%. Even though it's like super volatile, look at these moves. These are all 20% moves in a span of just 1-2 hours. And then it just dumps the entire thing. 20% move up and down. Boom. Look at that. Damn. But yeah, these are all intraday moves. It's not a big deal. If you're looking for long-term plays on EOS, it it has some super potential. Right now, EOS has solid support on the higher time frames. If you look at EOS, It's taking support on this crazy trend line. Yeah, but it is still a bit dicey right now. Could fall a bit further all the way back to this zone because there is all this liquidity sitting here. Liquidity is what the market is always going for. Fair value. For the market to reach the fair value, it needs to sweep the liquidity first. And this liquidity is sitting all the way from 11th March. So that's a move of about 26%. Yeah, so this particular zone, I would say anybody is looking to purchase EOS, this is a good buying zone right here. Until then, it's just better to wait with EOS just kind of doing its thing, taking its time. LRC, loop ring. In a long time since I heard of loop ring. Ah, yeah, I've stopped trading in all these tokens. Don't have, they've stopped, there's no volume in these tokens anymore. It was good for a while, good when it, kind of lasted the big moves during last year of November, that 200% move. But other than that, it's just, not really doing that well right now. Lost its volume, lost its momentum. Nothing great on loop ring. Actually, if I look into the higher time frame, loop ring is next level bearish. Und- Until we break this trend line, we are still going to be extremely bearish on loop ring. And to reach that trend line only, it's going to be about 126% move. It's very difficult to trade loop ring. But people still do trade. These algorithms and bots keep fluctuating and shuffling the money in between all these tokens every now and then. So there are these minor pumps you'll get to see on the 15-minute chart, and without a doubt. For example, just take a look at this. This pump right here is a 22% move the past like 5 days ago. Cause of BTC, of course. But nothing great, these pumps are just nothing to nothing of interest to me, honestly. Wix. Ah man, I don't fertility. What is this? Let me go back to BTC. Oh yeah, BTC trying to balance out this dump right here, small mini dump, the 1 minute time frame. So the thing is, SEBI has prohibited discussing any stocks and Nifty and stuff on live streams. It's not allowed. It's illegal. Yeah, 3 months prior. You know, but right now, even since it's my first live stream, I haven't really gone through the whole like rules of what SEBI is trying to do, and don't want to get caught up with some unnecessary infringement issues. Once I, read through all the rules and regulations properly, I will do a stream where I discuss all the stocks and stuff. Now BTC is yes, sir, for sure. Have you been trading any crypto, Mr. Akhil? What's your deal these days in 2025? How's it going with your crypto situation? Why not? You can actually resume once you join these live streams every day like at 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. I'll be doing these live streams and I'll be trying to catch some scalps every now and then with low risks, quick scalps like today's lovely Ethereum short. We can include some nice trades, and I'll be, pretty much closing the stream now. I'm only trying to do the streams till 10 p.m. and then unless I'm in an open trade, I'll leave the live stream open until the trade hits and finishes. But mostly looking to keep the stream for from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day from Monday to Fridays, and looking to see if I can at least find one or two scalps, at least one scalp in the stream, one trade, quick, quick scalp in and out, mostly trend line break trades, and you'll see my strategy as and when I kind of continue with the streams and more viewers start joining in. I'm going to start clipping some videos. I'm going to clip today's successful short trade on Ethereum and start posting it. And once I start getting some more viewers and more people coming through, it'll be nice to kind of keep it consistent with all my trades. I'm anyway sitting in front of the chart during this time, so I thought why not start live streaming and see, spread out the knowledge of trading to people. All right. Before I close out the stream, I'm just going to give some potential scenarios on BTC. Right now, BTC does not look bullish, so I won't be looking for longs unless we start accepting above this zone and then we move, which I don't think is going to happen. I really feel like we're just going to tap into this and then break down from here, because this is a very bearish pattern. It's a super bearish pattern actually. And this is what tends to happen almost always. But we'll see. Once we get confirmation of a candle close below this trend line, I'll look into take a trade here. Then I'll target this low first, which I think will definitely hold up. This is a good supply demand zone. This will hold up, I feel. But at the same time, this entire weekend was a highly, heavily manipulated pump to the upside. All this that we saw from Friday evening onwards, this whole move, super manipulated. So we have all this liquidity sitting right here. Crazy liquidity sitting right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if BTC just takes out this liquidity and then trades into this pocket and then we come back up. Let's see what happens this week. All right, sounds good. Great live stream today. I will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time and 9 a.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. All right. See you tomorrow.